Hello and welcome to the first installment of this series. Let's mod a random game. So the game we're going to be modding today is Cooking Simulator, made with the Unity engine. The reason I'm choosing Cooking Simulator, really any game made with the Unity engine, is because the Unity engine is extremely easy to modify. At least the textures are, with this nifty little piece of software that we have here. Now this piece of software is called the Unity Asset Bundle Extractor. I will link that down in the description. It's absolutely free to get and download. Make sure you have that installed and you know where it is. I've made a shortcut to the main exe file of it, which is this little bad boy here. So make sure you've got that, and make sure you know where your game is installed to. Mine is in Game Data 2, Cooking Simulator, and the main game is here. What we're going to be really looking for is this data folder. It'll hold things like this: the shared assets 0.assets, not the .res. The shared assets.0 assets and the shared assets 1.assets, and all kinds of other numbers if your game has it. Mine only has 2. So these 2 asset files are what I'm aiming for. Make sure you know where your asset files are located for your game. So we're going to go ahead and open the Asset Bundle Extractor. We'll open this tiny window here. We're going to go to File, Open, not Load or anything like that, but we're just going to go File, Open, and this is where we're going to find the location of our data file. So wherever your game is installed, then the data folder inside of that folder, scroll down until you find the first shared assets 0.assets file. Not the RESS file, the assets file. Go ahead and click on that and it'll open up this big confusing window. But that's fine. All we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the top bar and go to type. And we're going to click it once. And that filters the file types alphabetically. And if you click it once, it does Z to A. If you click it again, it does A to B, or A to Z. A to B. Come on. So the first thing that I'm going to look for here is anything around here really that I want to play with. I can just kind of extract out and then edit and put it back in. A lot of these things are going to be just default textures that get loaded in with any Unity engine game. Things like button on, horizontal scroll bar, thumb. It's things that aren't really used in the game, or probably aren't used in the game. So just try to stay away from those. It's just wasted time. I'm looking for this today, the Cooking Simulator logo, flat 2111. So we're going to go ahead and click on the thing that we want, which is this. We're going to come over here to plugins, okay, plugins, not export anything over here, plugins, and then we're going to go to export to PNG. Press OK. Now it's going to ask you where you want to save it at. I'm going to save mine to my desktop for now. And you should see it pop up. Here we go. And there you go. So we can go ahead and exit out of this for now. And if it's not the correct picture, or if you can't see anything, go ahead, go back in, find another texture file and extract it, see if that's correct. Sometimes it takes trial and error. A lot of this is. But luckily I knew where this was already. So we're going to go ahead and edit this with any image editing software that you prefer. Currently I have GIMP because I'm cheap. I'm going to go ahead and edit with anything that you want. I have mine open and already edited. Here you can see I have the Now and Playing logo in place of the green bell pepper. A nice Hyrule sword covered in blood. Some edits to the blood to make it not look as choppy. And the word modded down here in lime green ugly font with some odd spray paint texture on it. So we'll just say you're done with whatever you want to do. We'll go to File, or whatever your image editing software requires you to do to save a new file as a PNG. I'm going to save it wherever you would like. I'm going to go back to my desktop, and we're going to save this as Cooking Sim Logo 2. You can save it as anything you want. It does not matter right now. Just don't save it as the same name as the original file you extracted. So we're going to save it as Cooking Sim Logo 2, export. And then I don't really know much about compression levels. Comment down below if you do. Please let me know. I'm just too lazy to do the research. Alright, so we're done. We've exported our new image. Here's our new image. And here's our old image. So what we're going to do with the new image, make sure you know where it is. Open the asset bundle extractor one more time. Go to File, Open. Find where your game is installed again. Find your data folder. Find the shared assets file that you were messing with. And suddenly we're back here, which is fine. We're going to go to Type. We're going to click it until it is sorted from Z to A. Makes life so much easier. You can then find your Texture2D files and find where your file is that you were manipulating earlier, which is the Cooking Simulator logo flat 2111. We'll go back to plugins, and this time instead of export we go to edit. Press OK. Leave everything the way it is. Come down here to load. Now we're going to find the texture that we modified, which mine is on my desktop right here, Cooking Sim Logo 2, and just simply press OK. Sometimes this part takes a little while to allow you to click back in this window, sometimes it doesn't. Once it does, press OK. It asks you if you want to save. Of course we do. Save this wherever you would like. Make sure it is named this, and it is a Unity Assets file. So shared assets is 0, and it is a Unity Assets file. We're going to save it to the desktop. Here's our new file. Alright, so now what you want to do is find where your game is installed one last time. Go into your data folder. And now you can make a backup of the shared assets file you've been manipulating, because we're about to replace it with this new one. So if you want to, you can make a folder. Then we're going to right click and copy. Right click and paste inside of the folder. Now we have a backup of the assets file. We're going to take our new assets file that we just made. Going to drag and drop it into the data folder of our game. It's going to ask us if we want to replace it. Yes. Because we have a backup. If you don't have a backup, it's really up to you. I prefer to have backups. So now the game is successfully modified, hopefully. And we're going to get into it, see if our new modifications took place. Here we go. There it is. Ooh, that looks good. I mean, it looks bad. It looks really bad. I'm not good at this, but that looks awesome for me. There's a few places I could have cleaned up, but man. Yeah, I love the Hyrule sword. I love it. The Now and Playing logo looks sick. That modded text looks terrible, but, you know, it all kind of looks terrible. It's fine. Let's see if it carried over into the main menu. Hopefully it did. If you get into a multiplayer game with these modifications, they won't be able to see your modifications. I don't believe so. Through my experience, they haven't been able to. Of course it is. Perfect. Now that stuff you see up at the corner, that's just a program called Reshade. We'll get into that later. It just makes your games look pretty. But Cooking Simulator Modded Edition, Now and Playing Hyrule Sword. Love it. Alright, hopefully in the next episode we can get some other mods going. I might come back to this game too, I don't know. Alright, if you guys want to see more, just let me know down in the comments. And if you have a game that you want to request to mod, as long as it's Unity for now, I can do it. Alright, you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.